We're at the Zhuhai International Racing Circuit. I'm Cory West, racing for the EBR Splitlath team. We're here for the 2015 Pan Delta Super Racing Festival. We're getting ready to do a little ride around the racetrack. I'm gonna just kind of talk you through their circuit. The brake marker started at 300 and I was able to get all the way to about the 200-meter board before I started braking. Pretty tight right for turn one. I found yesterday as I got into it, if I got into it a little too slow, it made for a really long right-hander. But if I really rushed the corner and got in there hot, had the thing a little stepped out, it was a little scary because I felt like maybe I was going to run off the track. But as I drifted all the way out to the edge of the track, it lined me up really nice for the exit. So as long as I can make sure and hit my brake marker and don't do anything silly, I think we'll be good here in turn one. So anyway, I like to drift the thing out almost to the edge of the racetrack, and then it really gives me a good shot, square the thing up, hard on the gas, second gear, third gear. And we got a good little short straight here into the first of quite a few little kinks that they have on this racetrack that are very high speed. So second gear, third gear, fourth gear, up to this turn two right-hand kink. I want to say we're probably going about 130, 140 into this corner. So it's a little hairy, but I'm pretty impressed with the safety here at the circuit. There's good proper runoff in all the corners. So coming into this turn two, fourth gear, just kind of breathe it a little bit, then hard on the gas. Carry that speed out to the edge. They've got a nice curb here on the exit. So if you do get a little carried away with the throttle, got a little cushion there before you get to the grass. Then fourth gear, you really rev the thing out hard. And then I think I was using the end of the curbing as my brake marker for this turn three. Tight left-hander, back down to second gear. It's a little bumpy because they run a lot of cars here, so the thing gets a little sideways on corner entry, but looks really cool. Gets you really good and squared up. Hit this little apex clip, second gear, hard on the gas, and then you have to flick it right immediately. Then I'm grabbing like a little short shift to third so my bike doesn't wheelie too much on the exit. And then back hard on the gas. This is real similar to after you come out of turn one, you have that little fast right-hand kink, so then you come out of here, same thing, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and then another really fast right-hand kink. So this corner is similar to turn two, like I was saying earlier. Just kind of breathe it, back hard on the gas. But you have to be careful. There's a pretty good dip on the exit. You'll see here in just a second, there's a little patch here, and that's where you really feel it. Wow, right there. So the bike kind of compresses, gets a little out of shape, hard on the gas, fourth gear, little right, and then back in left into this really hard, tight hairpin, all the way down to second. As you can see, they got a really cool old grandstand here. Hopefully we'll see that baby full of people on come race day. So clip a good tight apex, then back hard on the gas, second gear, and then we shift through the gears on this little short straight all the way up to fifth. This short shoot's pretty quick. Fifth gear, just clipping fifth gear, hard on the gas, hard on the brakes here, all the way back down to second gear for this really tight left-hander. It's a little tighter than a 90, so you really got to get the thing jammed on the brakes. Getting the thing backed in just a little bit on corner entry, and then jamming hard to apex. Once I get the thing turned in, I've been drifting the bike out, getting on the rumble strips a little bit. They seem to have pretty good grip. I think the last time they painted them has been a long time ago, so they seem pretty grippy. So second gear, short shift to third gear into this little left-hand kink, one of the only left-hand kinks on the circuit. And it's really cool because you don't have to use the brakes. You just kind of roll out and then right back in it hard. Third gear, let the thing accelerate hard, get a little bit of a power wheelie coming out, And then another little short shoot down to the last hairpin on the track. We're all the way up to 4th gear here. Just getting past the 200-meter board before I'm jamming on the brakes hard. This final hairpin is kind of cool because it's unlike the other 2 hairpins. It's kind of a double apexer. It's tight on the entry and then it kind of opens for a second. I let the bike drift out and then bring it back low for a good tight exit. So rail off in here, 2nd gear, clip a good apex, and then I can let the bike drift a little bit out, and then I hug it tight again, up against the paint, really get the bike stood up on the meat of the tire. And I felt there's a little dip right here. So when you're accelerating really hard, the bike gets a little bit light in the rear and wants to step out, but we're running Pirelli slicks here this weekend and they seem to be hooked up really, really nice. So out of that corner, 2nd, 3rd, 4th gear, I think I go all the way up to 5th gear. There's a little bit of a left-hand kink here before the final corner, but I wouldn't really consider it a corner, more just a little bend in the straightaway. I grabbed 2 downshifts to 3rd before this final corner, and it's pretty deceiving because it looks much tighter than it is, but you can really carry a lot of speed and get on the throttle really early. So wide entry, tuck it off in here. I'm grabbing throttle before the apex just to get the bike set and ready to rip down this long front straightaway. So hard on the gas here, 3rd gear, drifting out to the curbs, and there's a little bit of a rise here before the curbs end, and I was able to get a couple good 3rd gear power wheelies onto the front straight. And it's a really, really scenic front straightaway. Once you come out of that last corner, they've got a really cool grandstand here. It seems to be a really cool racetrack. Like I said, it's not very technical, but it's high speed, and that makes things super fun.